Hello everybody. So tonight I wanted to demonstrate a couple of photos I've found. So I've zoomed into this one, and as you can see we've got some nanostructures in there, some photonic structures. So we're going to have a look at that and clean it up. And then I've got this to show you. So you can't tell much on there. But now we've done some colour grading on the phone app, and now we're getting a bit of a structure here. We're getting an entity down here. So we're going to have a look closer into that. So what I've done is used a mobile phone to do simple Luma grading, just to brighten or darken the foreground or background, and that's all I work with: the brightness or the contrast and the sharpening. So let's load this up. This was the most recent curvature I did. I just can't seem to get it any more clearer than that on the mobile phone, as you're using your fingertips to move the curvature levels, whereas on here I'm using my cursor, so we can get in there more detail in there. So before we do the grading, we're looking at that in the middle. In fact, let's zoom into it. So I'll make a reel with this, but I'll show you what I'll be working with in making these reels. So this is very small inside pearlite glass reflecting back through the transparency. Unnoticeable really, unless you put the grading back in and well, give it a bit more depth in your colours in them channels. So all we're doing is, let me just show you. In here we've got all these different tools and adjustments we can be making, and I don't think any of them edits the image. It's just basic rotations. You've got your transitions, you've got your colour grading, and yeah, we've got this X-ray mod, so we can switch that around and imitate an X-ray using the colours. So yeah, there's no editing whatsoever involved in these, as we are looking into these as a life form. So we don't want to distort it much, so we have to keep the curve as it would be. Like I said, if we could see this with his eyes, all this line would have to be an infinite amount of these points. Getting slightly sharper there. So we'll put another point in there to give it another depth, and on the forehead. So what we're going to do now, because this is looking like a certain entity what lives up in the sky. But I mean, it's got spirits inside of it. So yeah, we're gonna sharpen it up now. Right, get rid of them at the back. that's the background now. I mean, it's looking like a moving. It looks a bit there, but cartoon character. But let's just clean it up. So we'll just grade the colours back into, because I've sharpened it. Yeah, I just can't believe this. Look at that. So look at that. Make it brighter. So this is what we're wanting to do. Have a look right inside this phenomena. So we don't want to outload that. In fact, yeah, we do. Change the blue. So I'm going to be looking up here for where the organic optics is supposed to be. But we've got photonic nanostructures within it here. So we'll brighten that up and take a peek. Just to clarify. So that's inside it. It's definitely photonic structures, this. And now we'll have a look at the superlens. On this structure on its head here. Underneath a piece, which I was going to put in description, but I did forget, so I apologise. Right, we'll do some grading on it. Now we want to brighten it up that way. So we'll give it a sharpness. Too bright. It's definitely I can say it's taking shape now. The discovery's taking shape. I've made about 12 segments in grading. So let's move on. Joseph. Red's bleeding through there. So let's zoom in and have a look. So that's the optic superlens there. Look at that. So let's move down. So we're going to grade this now because we're a little bit morning, so we can grade these photon colours in here. So that's as far as we're going to zoom in on this and curve it. But as you can see, the organic optics here, to be able to see in between it, you need to reverse. But first you need to brighten it up. Not much to reveal what's in there, inside there. Look at that. And that. It's quite small and translucent. So that's in there. Right. So I've done the same to this here to speed the process up. I'll have to grade it some more. Original, colour graded, original. In fact, let's just quickly see how it would take. Yeah, you see where I'm going with that. So we speeded it up here. Now when I've zoomed in, I've come across this. See? That's that. So this is what I'm wanting to do colour grading on now. So that's the size of it. It's about 1 millimetre. And these must just be parts of light. But the phenomenon resides inside the light as well. But let's have a look at this. So it seems like two separate entities, or two entities stuck together there. So we'll sort that out. So we'll just quickly put an X-ray on there. Just have a look inside out. Yeah, it's got some light beams in there. Light beams there, there, there. Actually, this is an organic lens again. Organic optics superlens. So I'm going to have a zoom in and have a look. You can just put another X-ray on if need be, but so that's that. Now it's taking shape now. So I'm going to put some more curves into the uncurved brightness and darkness. I'm starting to see something here. So continue, but we'll put a sharpen on. I'm going to zoom into it now. So this is a big one. Well, a little big one by the looks of it. Let's get a drink. So, it's interesting. Let's have a look. See, illuminating, bioluminescence, that, them photons, there, look at that, we're going to brighten it up, let's get rid of them greens. So I do believe that's a little spirit there. But there's only one way to find out. So let's have a look what these phenomena are. For the grid. Just so you don't think I'm putting anything into the image. It's all the same image, the same photo taken with the camera. In fact, I'm pretty sure the phenomenon is still around, so Superlens, eh? Right, let's have a look at this. Has it even got any colour green in there? This thing's literally like a paintbrush. I'll sharpen it. The Superlens. So do one more grade and we'll call it a night, so I've got stuff to do. Right, so what we're going to have to do, I think which to make more sense, is all the reds. In fact, let's just get rid of the red spray. No need. I don't know about you, but it looks like Hellboy slash Hercules slash leprechaun with green hair. But I mean, we are talking dielectric nanostructures here, which, I mean, that's like unbelievable. Anyway, let's move on and have a look at this so-called superlens. You've got to be careful how many times you put in these points in while you're putting them, because it could distort your image. So just keep uniformed. Okay. So kinda does look a bit, it looks super, doesn't it? There, let's have a look. Gotta say this now. The superlens, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever. So let's have a look at this. So yeah. I don't know, look, it kind of looks like someone, doesn't it? Looks more like a green little worm, like an illuminating worm. Basically someone. So let's make sure. Yeah, I think it's definitely a nanostructure there. Let's see if it got any occupants in there. that's also got us there, and some materials behind this red. But like I said, we need to move on to the ghost, to the other ghost. I think it was about this zoom. And there it is, because we've curved out all the way down to there in the Superlens, and we've kept all the gradients to that scale, and now we've zoomed out back to the well, it's still smaller than the 0.5 millimeter scale, but I mean, it's a little bit more clearer now. You see, we've got some ghost faces down here. We've got some spirits here. This entire thing's a spirit. The organic superlens there, structures. So this was the ghost, which we are now revealing. So let's get in there and have a look at this beauty. We could miss the bottom bit out, but no, I think it'll take shape. We've got something to work with on the grading. That's what you got to do. You're basically grading translucent colours until you can find something to stick to and work with that, and basically build your picture up from there, since we can't see them straight up. But we are going to be looking at Lightbeings here, polymers here, the metamaterial here, and it looks like he's wearing one of them hats with a raccoon's tail on it. I don't know what they are, I can't remember that. He's got a beard. Hat man. But we're going to have a look at the metamaterial. And you can tell, because if I didn't grade it, all this would just be one colour. And every time I've cut them colours back up into to be able to put shades into it, back into them, you can tell through all these different segments here, all these different snippets, where it's built it from. Amazing, really, that. So we're going to zoom in on this little view. Like these little telekinetic things here. They go really small as well. As you can see, it does. We are breaking the 2D shape up into a 3D, well, the 2D picture, what's been compressed from a 3D picture, back into a 3D picture. So it has kind of got depth in there. As you've noticed, you see me sharpening it up. You'll see me sharpening it up. That'll give it more of a 3D, bring it back more into 3D than your 2D. So, we go. yeah, these structures down there, we can get really really clear quality up, make them more clearer. But we'll focus on the Heartman now. So it's looking like there should be an organic superlens in there. That's looking like the side view of it. So right quickly we'll have a look there. So if I want to go further, we will be looking at these here, called Hines. The lines on the photon, that's if it was supposed to be a colour what we used, it just shot through there like a line. But if it's got kinks on it like that, they call them Hines, as in like Heinz beans. Just think of it like that. But yeah, you can see a little light beam down there. So amazing, really. Let's zoom out. We've had a look up there in that superlens, and we've had a look at this material, but we've got all kinds of different light beams and nanostructures down there. So right out. See, that's with the same alterations to the contrast or brightness, but from a further out scale. As you can see, it's starting to morph metamaterials. The ghost always said it's there, and we've got some bio-illuminating photons here. Definitely here. Yep. And it's right in there. So I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, and take care, stay safe, thank you for watching, see you.